A unanimous decision was made as both parties, the Somare family and the cabinet, agreed to grant what was stated in the late Grand Chief Somare's will, and that was to have the late Grand Chief flown back to his home province to be laid to rest at Kreer Heights, East Sepik Province. It was a tough decision that needed to be resolved soon enough, states Prime Minister James Marape today.
There were one or two important issues that were unresolved, especially issues relating to where his final resting place will be. The family came to our meeting yesterday morning with a firm view that the Grand Chief, when he was alive, in fact, he signed a will that his resting place would be in Kreer Heights in Wewak. And the family said they would like to honor the wishes of Grand Chief. And for us as whole of government and the rest of our country, because of the status he holds as the father of our country, we had already taken decision that he would be buried at Independence Hill, but obviously subject to consultation with the family and family's approval. And so yesterday's first engagement with the family, that issue became an issue that we need to address at the very earliest. Family stood by his own will that he be buried at Wewak, Kreer Heights, site that we already, by cabinet decision, we've already affirmed that site as a site of national heritage.
Holding back tears, son Ata Somare stood with Prime Minister Marape and members of the cabinet to express gratitude for the well wishes and support resonated throughout the country.
I'd also like to thank Papua New Guinea in expressing their condolences, expressing their sympathies to the family for the loss of our father. He was a father to many more than ourselves. I am truly grateful to the Prime Minister's understanding, together with his cabinet ministers, the esteemed governors.
The family as well as the government are calling for understanding from all PNG citizens to respect the wishes of the late Grand Chief, which they will be carrying through in the next couple of weeks.
He's iconic, he's an institution in his own right, and he deserves a special place. His word, his will must also be honored even in passing. And I felt totally insignificant to stand against his will as one person, despite holding the chair of Prime Minister. And so I have no right to tamper with the father of our country's will. We collectively decided that his will be honored. Cabinet has affirmed that whatever decision we take today stands, and I announce to our country, he will be laid to rest at Somare Museum at the Kreer Heights Hills in Wewak.
For helping us reach the decision where, after so many years of service to Papua New Guinea, I can take my father home to rest.
The family also indicated that the body of the late Grand Chief is not in a state to make a nationwide tour.
The family has indicated that the body is not in a state in which we could do a national tour.
A tentative program for the funeral will be released in due course. Annette Cora, National EMTV News.